Sports, the thing that we usually don't talk about.
For some reason.
Well, I gave that away. I'm a huge fan of the sport activities.
What's your favorite sport?
Stickball.
We're honoring that today by talking about all our favorite nostalgic childhood movies that involve stickball, baseball. I'm going to stop being condescending. What's your favorite baseball movie, everyone?
You go first.
Oh, me go first. Okay. I'm going to go with Field of Dreams, with Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones, who's one of my favorite actors. And what I really love about Field of Dreams was it's a very, very simple movie, and the themes of family and how it all ties in with baseball. I haven't seen it in a couple of years, and I should have rewatched it, but I didn't. But there's such a strong emotional core to that movie because it really is all about family and about what we pass on to our kids that you can't help but get a little choked up. And it's one of Kevin Costner's best performances, and it's one of Ray Liotta's best performances. And I always say you can't go wrong with James Earl Jones going, "The only thing that matters in this world, Ray, is baseball." And it's like, yes, Darth Vader likes baseball.
That my roommate, that's his favorite too, is Field of Dreams.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. He's got good taste. I like this guy.
Okay, so this.
Well, I can go next if you want.
This is just a hard topic for me because I'm a big fan of baseball. I used to work in baseball, and
I didn't know that.
I did. I worked for a minor league team called State College Spikes, minor league affiliate of the time at the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was super awesome. I had to watch a lot of baseball, but big fan of baseball. My team hasn't won the World Series since 1908, though. But they do in a movie, which is really fantastic. Rookie of the Year, which actually isn't my favorite baseball movie. But I think my favorite, the best baseball movie, is not a childhood one, because it's almost Sandlot, but I think it's Major League, which is like a rated R movie from the 80s. It's a raunchy comedy from the 80s. But the reason I think that tops it is because
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen's best. It's kind of. It's just kind of this classic movie of the complete underdogs. It's the underdog story of we find the worst players in baseball to come win the World Series, but they come together.
That's the plot of another one.
But they come together and they're really awesome. In the end, they get eliminated at some point in the playoffs. But the whole story of them getting to that point. But the reason why I think it transcends is because it's a comedy, and it's like heartwarming, and it's a comedy, and it just kind of. There's not another sports movie really like it because it really is. There's some foul language in it. There's some nudity. These are things like in good 80s comedies. But it's just so enjoyable and so memorable. There's so many lines I quote on an everyday basis. That and Major League 2. There's a lot of good stuff in Major League 2. But yeah, no, just it started Charlie Sheen. Really, that was like Charlie Sheen's big thing. Even though kind of Platoon right before that, which is probably bigger. Then you got Wesley Snipes, who started from that as well. And yeah, just great raunchy baseball comedy. I'll go for that.
It's like Porky's on the baseball.
It's Porky's on the baseball field. That was is like if you probably asked me yesterday, I would have said Sandlot though. So we can go on that.
Well, see, I'm gonna have to go with Sandlot because
There.
I feel like that's just our classic baseball movie we can all relate
Also with
to.
James Earl Jones.
Also with James Earl Jones, exactly.
Still really cares about baseball and dogs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He cares about that old dog.
Dog the size of a house.
But
Only in their imagination.
Spoiler alert!
It's a normal dog.
The movie's awesome.
It is great.
It's a great movie. Although, how recently has anybody seen that? It's
Fairly recently.
Okay, so does it hold up? I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like ridiculously.
Fun fact: Wendy Peppercorn is Marley Shelton from Sin City, and Pantera.
Yep.
Interesting. I watched it pretty recently, and it's surprising. It's not all that surprising how well the movie holds up because it takes place in like the
50s.
50s,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you don't have any like, it's already tied to a time displaced from its own like when the movie was made. So you already have a kind of timelessness about it, but it speaks to the themes of childhood that I think we all grow up
And
experiencing.
it came out in the era of movies where there was a lot of movies that take place in the 50s, and it kind of set what our idea of the 50s is. Like, the 50s weren't really like that, but movie-wise, the cinescape that has been laid down, that is what the 50s are like.
Yeah, but it was more about like it was less about the era and more about what do kids do during summer vacation.
Yeah.
If they're not going to camp, what are they doing? And you know, I for one, like my neighborhood buddies and I, we used to play baseball in the street. If we had a Sandlot to go to, we would have gone to a Sandlot and played baseball. So.
Yeah, no, the movie, because it's so weird. When I remember it as a kid, you remember it was the baseball movie. The big thing I always remember from that movie as a child, because I progressed every time seeing it because it's such a great movie. It was it's always them trying to get the movie's about them trying to get a ball back, and then so like the misadventures. That's what I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
Saw it like older, and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's like there's a lot more baseball stuff. It's all about this whole like childhood and like really kind of like friendship and like how to be an outsider and like feeling like this is a community of friends and all that. And you go older and you start really realizing like that it was just this nostalgia to what your childhood should be, and it's just the magic of like those moments in summer that you like are kind of fleeting, and then you have that. And it's so weird. I was like seeing at different ages how it changed and all that, but it still definitely holds up. The sequels do not hold up, but they don't think they ever were good, so I don't think I have watched the third one with
Sandlot,
Luke Perry as a Yankee player gets like hit in the head during he's a New York Yankee, he gets hit in the head, and he flashes back to his time when he played on the Sandlot in like the 70s or something. Exactly right. They made it a franchise.
Just silence.
But yeah, no, that and there's just because there's so much and there's a lot of non-baseball stuff to it, because it's not necessarily fully a baseball movie. They do have like their one big game, but it's just more like this childhood encompassed this and all that stuff.
And it's interesting that like most of the memorable scenes are not based on them trying to get the ball back. It's not based on them playing baseball necessarily.
With the exception of him running away.
The exception of him running away.
That was great.
PF
Flyers, yeah.
Guaranteed to make a boy run faster and jump higher.
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Keeping track of him.
That's right. But we remember those moments like with them at the pool and
Wendy Peppercorn.
Squints pretends to drown and
Tequila
at the fair, the amusement park.
S'mores. You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. You take the gram. You put the mallow on the gram. And it's like, s'more what? What are you talking about? Yeah. Forever. So, I mean, like, and all that stuff has nothing to do with the main plot of the movie, but has everything to do with the tone and the characters, and that's what we remember most about it.
That's what makes it such a strong movie.
Yeah.
It did come out in an era where there was many, which they don't make these movies anymore. It's a big, like, huge gripe of mine. I know I say this a lot. They don't make, like, those childhood, like, sport movies that are at least prominent, because they maybe do, like, on some, like, back Disney
Yeah, there's
channel.
a lot. Little Big Giants.
Yeah.
And,
Little Giants.
Little Giants.
Little Big League.
Little Big
was
League Giants.
Because before, like, my favorite sports movie as a kid, baseball movie, was Rookie of the Year by far. I grew to love Sandlot more. Rookie of the Year, though, it's the kid, if you remember him, breaks his arm, then he pitches for the Chicago Cubs. Because, it's a movie.
Because reasons.
That movie is great. You're a little kid, you're like, oh, I can do it too. I can do that.
Mom, break my arm.
Little Big League, where the kid becomes the manager of the Minnesota Twins. But it's because he was the owner first, if just had to clarify. And Angels in the Outfield, which,
is
it's
my
just,
answer.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah,
Segue.
Angels in the Outfield is, and it's again just like a lot of the reasons you said. There's a heartwarming family movie, although of course that was rated R. But just it mixes like the like shenanigans with the comedy, but it also has. Angels of Outfield also has like the serious tone. Like the movie starts with the two of them, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and JP, riding a bike, and they're talking about their dead parents. Like this movie got dark already.
Yeah.
And then it goes through child abandonment. The messed up father, and Danny Glover has a messed up past. Like no one has a happy backstory in this, but it all mixed around like good-natured fun with Christopher Lloyd being the angel of the manager of all the angels.
Al.
Yeah. And it's also got a great cast. Like, you look back at that, it's got Matthew McConaughey, Adrian Brody, Neil McDonough, Tony Danza, and
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover, who
Getting too old with this shit.
he got too old for it and decided I'm going to manage a baseball
The
team.
first appeance of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
You got JGL.
Yep. And like great names of the characters.
George Knox. Do you believe in angels, George Knox?
And then,
Rich Wilder as the
Rich
voice.
Wilder. That's like
I'm Rich Wilder.
the voice of the angels.
Oh, that guy was great.
And so, yeah, and it those dark things come back, and like the profound moments continue throughout the film. Like even after like they're there, and like, oh wow, you guys showed up. It was like, well, we can't participate in this game. We just came to check in on Tony Danza's character, and I can't remember the name. The line is like, you used to be so and so, and he's like, yeah, I used to be. Can't remember the character's name. Anyway, he's gonna die because he's been smoking all those years, and so like he was like,
He
even
doesn't
like,
have much longer. You're like, oh, it's
exactly,
he's gonna die.
they're
Don't
about to
smoke, we're
win,
gonna die.
and they still like, yeah, but he's gonna die, and so like that movie also holds up. It's not just like a kids movie you watch for like the silly moments. Like no, you can appreciate it as an adult as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it has like the religious aspect to it too.
But it's not heavy-handed. It's not on the nose.
And it's not so much about like it's more about supernatural than I would say religious. I mean, granted, like
angels are
angels are
iconic.
more thought of in the Christian faith than anything else. But it's more about a higher power than it is necessarily about like Jesus.
And yeah, they never mention that. It's just like, do you believe in something like that? Do you believe in angels? That's what it really comes down. It's not just like, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus? Is Jesus your Lord and Savior? It doesn't go through that. It's just like, do you believe in something?
Yeah.
Which, quick little aside, that's what I love about Serenity. Is when Book grabs Mal and he's just like, I don't care what you believe in, just believe in something.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a great moment.
Yeah, see that character. That's another conversation.
You get Firefly from baseball movies.
Serenity is one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever.
Me too.
But they don't like we all grew up on those type of movies, and I just don't like they don't make those, and I don't know what kids are watching YouTube. It's
Don't
that I
knock the
think,
YouTube.
But I think
They'll
that's
shut us
that.
down.
Like those, you won't see those. You won't see a Mighty Ducks come out now, like and be successful.
Oh, I need to watch Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, that's why we didn't do best like sports
movie.
Sports movie.
Yeah, let's not get into that, but that's I think we all love that movie.
There's one thing I want to bring up baseball movies, though. This is kind of off topic. So you brought up Field of Dreams. Now, if you ever were make another baseball movie, kids baseball movie, the dad or the coach or something has to be played by Kevin Costner. The reason I say that, he is like the man for baseball movies.
Bull Durham.
He's been in 3 amazing baseball movies, and I'm gonna wrap this up from a topic we talked about Monday because he's in Bull Durham, which is a classic. It's not a kids movie, but it's pretty dark. Field of Dreams is fantastic, family, and then he's in this amazing kind of not seen movie by Sam Raimi called For Love of the Game. Which is he is a pitcher who's like basically in his like final years and he's pitching a perfect game. The whole thing like goes back and rehashes his like life up to that moment.
See that.
It is like a fantastic movie. And Kevin Costner's like this huge baseball fan, so you can see why he keeps doing those. But I was saying, my dream cast for another kids baseball movie, which we all have to make now, Kevin Costner has to be in it because he just gives us some great stuff. Bull Durham is like another movie that's just like like always will be top. Just one of the top sports movies, but
Nice.
Mission accepted.
Yeah. I'll write that.
Join us Friday for when we will be, of course, talking about the upcoming movies, as well as Sandra Bullock trying to pull off a massive heist.